What is up, wrestling fans? This is Kayfabe Chronicles, and I am your wonderful host, JB. It has been, oh my god, almost a year, I guess, since we last did this bad boy. Yeah, it has been a very, very, very long time since we have done this. You know what? I'm getting a little bit emotional. Like I said, it's been a really long time since I did this. I love all you guys from the bottom of my heart. It feels really good to be back behind a microphone. It feels really good to be back in the studio. It feels really good to have this headset on. And it feels really good to be talking about NXT, WWE, all that really good stuff. In Your House is tomorrow night. In Your House is a huge part of my childhood. Loved everything about it. Even though I made fun of it quite a bit, check out the video in the description below. I did a review about how much it sucked, but in reality, I loved In Your House. Like I said, it's just been a really long time, so I figure, with the return of In Your House, it made total sense for me to make my return. I said it's been a hell of a year of me just kind of sitting back, enjoying the product for what it is, and all of that fun stuff. And you know what? I'm really looking forward to tomorrow's pay-per-view, so let's just jump right into the predictions. Hello, Elizabeth. Thank you so much. I was really hoping that you would be in the chat today as my number one fan. I'm glad you're doing okay. It's been really weird up here. So, like, the province, I'll be switching over to the really sexy interface in a couple seconds. Thank you so much for the Milan shirt. I figured with this, we're getting down to business. So let's get down to business. So yeah, I figured we just jump right into this amazing review. But yeah, things here. So before we get to all that, I know I'm blabbing. Things have lifted up here in Manitoba. They've opened up a lot of places. We're allowed to go out. We're allowed to kind of associate with people. Some restaurants are open. We're allowed to associate with the public. We're allowed to do all that stuff. They've really lightened up what we're allowed to do over here. I worked pretty much the entire time because I do work in retail, so the store I worked at was deemed essential, which doesn't make any sense because we are a sporting goods store. Go figure. So anyway, I'm glad everyone out there is doing safe. I'm glad all you guys are doing great. So let's just jump right into this skippity-doo-dah review. Since I deleted everything, I don't have the video transition or anything, and the interface you're about to see I whipped up this morning. So how does that look? I think it looks okay. So as you guys see, we are going to be discussing Takeover in Your House, which is tomorrow. I'm really looking forward to it, so let's just jump right into the matches. Let's just get right into everything. So one match was added recently, and I'm looking forward to because we all know that I am all about the ladies of NXT. We got a 6-woman tag match. That's right. We got the faces of Shotzi Blackheart, Mia Yim, and Tegan Nox taking on Candice LeRae, Raquel Gonzalez, and my girl, Dakota Kai. Everyone knows I'm a huge Dakota Kai fan. I really like how this storyline kind of progressed, actually. It was really... It's so bizarre how this happened, because originally... Because, you had the Dakota Tegan feud, which I thought was freaking awesome. I still think they dropped the ball in regards to it. Here's what should have happened. Once again, going off topic, because that's what we do here at Kayfabe Chronicles. Okay, so after Dakota injured Tegan Nox at War Games and wrote her out, they should have never had Tegan come back prior to that. Like that Battle Royal, she shouldn't have come back. It should have all happened at the Royal Rumble. Dakota's in the Royal Rumble, freaking laying haymakers, knocking people out, doing pretty good. Boom, Tegan's music hits, runs in, they eliminate each other, and that would have set up their street fight match at NXT TakeOver Tampa, not Portland. I would have delayed it a little bit further after that, but of course, Tegan came back prior to the Royal Rumble. It was still good, don't get me wrong, it was still great. I loved their street fight at Portland. I just think just having Tegan return at the Rumble as a surprise, a la Sami Zayn, Kevin Owens at the Royal Rumble a couple years ago, I think would have been a little bit better. But I still like where this feud has progressed. Overall, though, Candice is a heel. All right. I kind of see where they're coming from. I totally agree. Bad friend Tegan. Even though inside I still like Tegan Nox, but Dakota was 100% correct in what she did. Tegan did not have her back. I would have whooped her ass too. Just putting it out there. Just putting it out there. Okay, so now back to this match. See, things never change between us. So overall, this match, like I said, because like the whole thing is Mia feuding with Candice LeRae, and then since they kind of got all these other ladies on the card right now, like Shotzi's been there every single week, and in reality, the Tegan Dakota feud's really not over yet. So they're just like, okay, what else? We got to just cram them all in here. We got to cram them all in here. So here we go. I don't like that all the women are in the match. I think that it's going to add too much. Like, I'm never really a fan of 6-people tag matches, especially one that involves 2 separate storylines or 3 separate storylines going on. I think there's just too much going on. But I love all 6 women in this match, so that's kind of the trade-off. I enjoy when all of them fight. So I am going to go with the heels on this one. I don't think it's time for them to shut the door in the Mia Yim Candice feud. I don't think it's time for them to shut the door in the Raquel Shotzi feud, and I don't think it's time for them to shut the door in the Tegan Dakota feud yet. I still think there's a lot more that they can do, and this is just going to tie us over until they're allowed to have crowds again. And once they have crowds, then I think they'll all have their blowover match. So right now, this is just kind of a place filler for everything to happen. So if the faces were to win, I think that would shut all that down. So I'm going with the team of Dakota, Candice, and Raquel in this one, because Dakota's number 1, and everyone else sucks. No, it's just kidding. I love everybody else. Everyone knows that, but everyone knows that Dakota will always be number 1 to me. By the way, have you been watching Dakota's Twitch streams? Absolutely amazing. It's like every week, when is Shayna going to come out and make Dakota poop herself? That's really the highlight of those streams for me. I just love watching Dakota Kai game. She's just freaking hilarious. And it's funny because, like, she's a badass heel, but, like, in real life, she's just the sweetest, most bubbly person known to man. And it's just, but yeah, 100% going with the heels on this one. Next match we got on the card is kind of a match. It's the least interesting to me, but I'm still excited to see where this goes, and it's between Finn Balor and Damien Priest. We all know that this originally was supposed to be Finn versus Walter for the UK title, but unfortunately, this is what they got right now. Finn Balor, I don't see him losing this match. The way I view Damien Priest is he's the big bad heel, like, I talk mean all the time, but he just ends up losing. Like he's the heel filler for feuds right now, and it just makes a lot of sense for this to go on. Plus, Finn really needs to regain his win back after his loss to Cameron Grimes a couple weeks ago at the hands of Damien Priest's thing. But to keep Finn looking strong going into his inevitable fight with Walter for the UK title, Finn Balor has to win this match. If Finn was to lose this match, I wouldn't be able to take him as a credible threat to Walter going on. Let's just check out what we got in the chat room. It's just filler until Dakota wins all the belts in WrestleMania in front of 93,000 Dakota Maniacs. Exactly. I cannot wait until Dakota gets like a belt. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. See, we've been Dakota fans a long time. Everyone knows, and everyone still makes fun of me. Why do you like Dakota Kai? Because she's brilliant. Shut your pie holes. She's awesome. But yeah, Finn is definitely 100% winning this match. Finn losing to Damien Priest doesn't make sense. It's not going to make Damien Priest look bad because Damien Priest is in that position, like I said, where he's the heel that's designed to lose the matches, if that makes any sense. But speaking about this interface, yeah, I am going to get like a nice border, maybe some scrolling text around the top. I'm going to get the transition filler in again. But overall, yeah, I think this looks pretty good considering I spent like half an hour on it this morning. So, all right, very next match is a match that could potentially steal the night, in my opinion. It is Keithley defending the North American Championship against my clone, Johnny Gargano. This one could... It all depends on like all the other matches that will happen. I ultimately feel that Keith, as much as I want him to win this, I think he's going to lose to Johnny due to some chicanery. Candice is going to interfere or something, or like Mia's going to interfere. It's going to somehow distract Keith for him to lose. I'll explain why a little bit later on, but I love Keithley with the North American Championship, but I see him destined for better things down the road. And just the fact that Johnny's just kind of started his heel push right now, you want to slap something on him really, really quick to keep pushing it for him, in my opinion. Like, he's like, he's just a little shit heel right now. And to have him walk away empty-handed from this, you wouldn't be able to take him serious after that. So I think him winning the North American Championship due to some just because of everything, I think will help elevate both of them in the long run, and we'll explain a little bit later on because of all of that. But yeah, I don't think Keith's going to keep his belt after this one. Next match, Karrion Kross taking on Tommaso. Tommaso, I love you, brother, but it does not make sense for Tommaso to win this match. You don't push Karrion Kross as this evil monster that's just destroying people left, right, and center to have him lose his first pay-per-view match. However, this is not going to be a squash match. This is definitely going to be a huge challenge for Karrion Kross. I've seen him wrestle before, like when he was in Impact with TNA. He does have the potential to put on decent, good matches. And I think Tommaso's that person who could be that ring general to really push him to open up his capabilities. I think just Tommaso's kind of accepted the role now that he's not going to be like a title holder for a little bit. Like he's going to just be kind of more of that upper mid-card, kind of guy to push people on, which is great. Like, because then he doesn't have to spend tons of time on TV. He can spend time at home with his family. Makes a lot of sense. But yeah, if Karrion Kross was to lose this early in his run after being pushed to this unbeatable monster, that wouldn't make any sense. And you know what? Everyone, that will bury Tommaso. It will not bury Tommaso. Tommaso's like A+++ tier at the moment. So having him lose this is fine. It makes sense. I don't think everyone who I've talked to, I don't think anybody thinks that Tommaso's going to win this match. Everyone I've talked to just thinks, yeah, like Karrion has to win this match, but it's going to be a great match. I think Tommaso's going to make Karrion Kross look like $1 million. And yeah, overall though, it should be a lot of fun. It will be fun. Next match is a match that could also potentially steal the night. The three-way women's match for the NXT Championship. We got Rhea Ripley taking on Io, taking on defending champion Charlotte. Now, this one is a tough call. Like, Charlotte winning makes sense, but it doesn't. Like, I have a feeling that they put the belt on her just to kind of get some eyes on the NXT product, and now people are watching NXT. Now, Rhea, I'd like to see her with the belt again, but it doesn't. I prefer her without the championship. I just think she's just better as like a dominant force without a title, like being the chaser. I think works. I personally think that this is Io's time finally. I believe that just like her stock is so high right now, people have kind of looked down on her. It just really sucks that there will be no crowd for Io to finally win the championship. Because like I said, like every time Io comes down, the crowd just losing their mind. Like she's just so like nobody boos for Io. Even when they tried to make her like a monster heel by beating up Candice LeRae, like the baby face of the company, everyone still cheered for Io Shirai. So it does suck for Io to have the belt, like to win the belt with no crowd. But I just think if they're going to pull the trigger on it, just do it now. Give her the title. What I think is going to happen is I think Rhea and Charlotte are going to be just too occupied with one another that Io's just going to swoop in, disable them both, and take the title and then move on. And then that can continue the Rhea-Charlotte feud. And I fully agree with what you just said. Rhea she's just better as a heel. Like, I don't buy her as a face. Like, yeah, she looks great. People I love her. I think she's phenomenal, but I cheer for heels. That's the way I am. But like her look, her attitude, her demeanor, she's just better as a heel, as like the cocky, I'm better than you, blah, 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 heel 101. It just makes more sense for her to be the bad guy and all this. But like I said, they need to pull the trigger on Io. Io's had a few opportunities, and she falls short each time. Io's stock is freaking through the roof right now. Put the damn title on her already. Yes, it sucks that there's no crowd to cheer for it, but it doesn't matter because as soon as there's a crowd back, they will blow up. They will eat that stuff like crazy. Her face last year was sort of odd. 100%. I thought that was such a missed opportunity. Like with her injuring Tegan Nox, even like she didn't purposely injure, but just the way that she played Tegan while Tegan was injured, like she dressed up as injured Tegan for Halloween. Like And then like Tegan came back, and then they fought at a house show, and that was it. That was the blow off. And then all of a sudden they're friends again. I was like, guys, that was a huge opportunity just for her to feud with Rhea as soon as she came back. Like, yeah, I did not agree with that at all. Like I said, Rhea's just a far better heel, and she should have, she should have feuded with Rhea. But now the Tegan Rhea feud, that's long gone. If they were trying to introduce that now, it wouldn't make any freaking sense. Maybe once Tegan's done with Dakota, they could bring that up again. I don't know, but I really think they should have struck when the iron was hot on that one, and unfortunately, they lost the opportunity. But yeah, I think Rhea's just better as a heel. I just don't buy her as a babyface. It's weird. But yeah, I think, Charlotte and Rhea are going to concentrate too much on each other during this match, and Io's going to swoop in and take that title. All right, and we're going to be closing off the In Your House with the World Championship, the NXT Championship. We got the longest reigning NXT champion of all time, the greatest NXT champion of all time, Adam Cole taking on Velveteen Dream. This is a real tough call because, like, Velveteen, despite all the stuff that's still happening right now, like, all the personal stuff right now, he's still in the main title, which is great. Good for them. I really think that, they're really trying to push on that. This is a tough call. This could go either way. Dream, like I said, similar to Io, needs to win the title. Like, he could get the championship and they'll put it on him. It's great. Crowd loves him, but unfortunately without the crowd, it'll be a tough thing. I personally think, in regards to just what I said earlier, that I just think Keith Lee's stock is higher at the moment right now. He's just more over than Velveteen Dream personally. So I do believe that Adam Cole is going to retain against Dream, and Keith Lee, since he will be losing his NXT North American Championship to Johnny earlier in the night, he will be next in line for the title. Because it's just, if Dream wins, who would he fight next kind of thing? Because there's just not a lot of top stock heels that could defend against him. But then again, like you just said, Dream could win and go against Keith. So that would work too. It's the whole face versus face thing is kind of weird. Or Dream could win and become a heel, or Keith could win and become a heel. Yeah, either or. After this is all done, I do see Keith Lee as the next in line for whoever wins out of these two. But if I was thinking that if Adam Cole was to retain, by the time Keith Lee comes in, crowd should be back by then. So then when he beats Adam Cole, the entire Undisputed Era would move up to the main roster and get that huge crowd reaction that they're most likely going to get. I have a feeling that that's the only reason why Undisputed Era hasn't moved up yet, is because they're waiting for that crowd. So when they do go, it'll be like, and everybody will just lose their crap over it. Personally, just because I just think that the Undisputed Era really needs to have that big crowd push behind them if they are to ever, move up. I like how I still use that term, move up. When you go to the main roster, you die, especially if you're an NXT person. But yeah, if Undisputed Era is to move on to the main roster, they definitely need that crowd behind them. Otherwise, they're going to be dead on arrival, which would not be good. But yeah, so I think Cole's going to manage to win again on this, just to keep the belt warm until Keith Lee takes it from him eventually. But yeah, that is all. It's not really a big card. One thing I'm really hoping for is that they bring back the In Your House set. Like, seriously, like, if they do not have elements of that house where people enter through the doorway, I'm going to be so pissed off, I just might flip my computer. I'm just kidding. But yeah, hey, everyone out there, do you guys think that they should bring back the In Your House set? Let me know in that comment section below. I was going to put a little thingy in the top corner, but I completely forgot to until just now. And also, what are some of your guys' predictions for In Your House tomorrow? Let me also know in that comment section below. I'm really hoping to possibly do a review show after tomorrow night. We'll see about that. And if you guys haven't done so already, make sure to follow us on Twitter using the little thingy below, and also the YouTube channel, which you're watching this on right now. Also down below. I was a guest on the Talkamania podcast a couple weeks ago. If you guys want to take a listen to that, just go to wherever Podcasts are available, so iTunes, Spotify, Spreaker, all that stuff, and just look for Talkamania, or you can follow them on Twitter at _Talkamania, and look for Trivia Mania Episode 2. I take on their defending champion Chris Rucker from Boot to the Face podcast, and did I win the championship from him? You're just going to have to listen to the episode and see. As always, thank you guys from the bottom of my heart. You are all amazing people. So pretty much with me doing that podcast, it sparked my interest to do this again. I'm not going to go as full core as I used to, like 3 videos a week. That's still a lot. However, if you guys like watching like Twitch gamers and retro streamers like that, I am on Mixer at Rat's House of Retro. Check it out in the description below, where I play a lot of retro games. I'm a big SNES, Super Nintendo, regular Nintendo retro guy. I also play some World of Warcraft on there. I play some Overwatch. I've been doing that for the past year just to stay creative while I just watched wrestling as a hobby and not did any of this. But like I said, me being a guest on that podcast re-sparked my my interest to do this. So like I said, we will be doing videos again, just not as frequently as we used to. But I will maybe try to get back to doing the NXT reviews like we did, and I'll do the pay-per-views and stuff like that. But we will be writing our next history lesson. So I am in the process of writing the history of NXT Takeover, because we all know that I'm a big NXT nut, and I figure why not return with something about Takeover, because I love all the Takeovers. There's like 27 of them. It's madness. And there'll be 28 after tomorrow. All right, as always, thank you guys from the bottom of my heart. You guys are amazing people. I love all you guys. And yeah, just spread the love of wrestling. I hope everyone is safe out there with all this COVID madness and all these riots and everything. Just love one another. Just everybody, just love one another. That's all I gotta say. I love the human race, and I love geckos, and I love cats, and I also love Korean barbecue because it is delicious. Now I am rambling. All right, until next time, thank you guys so much. As always, I will see you guys tomorrow night after NXT Takeover in your house, where we will do this all again, but in review form. I love you guys all. Thank you guys for partaking tonight. Have yourselves a wonderful night, and just hug everybody that you can from a safe distance. All right, so until tomorrow, have a good night,